my TV so adwuma, my radio so adwuma, my acting kakra. Nti eba na sen na ebedu baby no na afi na kroni mo hyehye me so much say na was happy me baby no over. Wow. Mem blame yeah, but said you tafa chenka o man no mu ye enabling, ka environment ni enabling for creatives like me to flourish and ka bia ka me person me free o man no. Nti we obi sa na tem bia ye tie o ye hwe o TV so ye hwe o radio so ye tie o radio so na sen kwa dey streaming ya dey. E glamorous, it looks very glamorous, but wo she kuku ni ma hu say ntisa kra. So no ebia akoye show business no nkofo bi ntumi nkamu no crunch raw because they need to keep up appearances near the day. But maybe a real so ntumi hu say sad na mboa me no. So if I want to be here and keep maintaining being here, I have to keep up appearances. No, it wasn't something I could do. So I couldn't afford that kind of lifestyle. If we can speak honestly about these things, nobody will come on TV pretending to you that they got it when in actual fact they don't got it. You know, these were jobs that it couldn't sustain me anymore. You know, it couldn't sustain me anymore. My lifestyle, you know, me a very simple guy, but I still couldn't fit in.
She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast, Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods, House of Cocoa, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.
Daily also worldwide, able to form more about SVTV Africa. So me could think more. How they someone say me think more. How many obi I think more? Ghana way to Kwanyo. Maybe I will be an obit me about show we should be. Me could think more and then me concord plane with the military if I me call Germany. Germany we day. That's right. I mean for who for what? Me could think more. Me ne wana. A branch na me ne ba show no so no. Yes, sure say Ghana for na dudu na nim no. Aye, so unim na na obe hu no. Or your nyumtuni or your comedian or your actor and or sign then you be find it out. And I mean say you be na Ghana ide ni ade fere me say Kupali. Jamano, Germany we day. Tap sense me kan tell mo say o UK, o Europe, o Canada, o America, o Australia and o UAE ubetimi amanisika abrewadofo ewo Ghana. Enti die tie ni ko Play Store ne App Store na download tap send. O download tap send na o fill forms kitu be bisa o promo code chene so na type SVTV. O manisika efi UK ubenya bonus. First transfer ubenya £5 bonus. O Europe ubenya €5 bonus. O US ubenya $10 a year bonus. Inti download tap send. O Play Store ne App Store na manisika ebre obusuan for now for ne adofo ewo Ghana. Ejuma pasa me nkanche mo say unya artisans, styler, painter, plumber, steel bender, electrician, carpenter, auto repairs ne ade a ejuma pa se me nkanche o say ko on website www.ejumapa.com and on contact number and our screens no so no ubetimi from o abruche o pese ye project bi wa senisika be fie sa manfo di usika now for ibusuan for ejuma pasa for project ne form so on be yama na chese ukọ na ukọ request ya on mepe obi na waye wujuma na ma baby your project no Ghana bia no trust ejumapa insa no ejuma o pese usua IT course number 1 Slam Technologies. Slam Technologies show cyber security any either IT programs. Slam Technologies omo obi wo Ghana sa so no omo obi nso wo USA. O here Slam Technologies contact on numbers the good screens no from CCA na say kosua cyber security and other programs. Slam Technologies number 1. Delight Foods is number 1. Mo UK na old burgers ni ade nyamunim Delight Foods dada. Eba ni Delight Hausa Cocoa, Delight Sobolo, Delight Burkina. Both fruits number 1. Uko UK ko Afro shop bia na kasa ohwehwe Delight Foods obo say ewo eno na obianom ewo UK agi bibia wo UK nti kona kope Delight Foods ne bi na tasty kama pa. David Oscar Dogbe David mi mo akwa aboko de
Hey, boko pa minia. Hey,
nice one nice.
We a big man. We a big man pa, you know. But me for Kenya we soon from Boa Basu in the Ejuma pa we am Ghana mine so because me feel say our platform, you know, very educative, highlighted and you may be a sebuta fracture more fee Ghana, you know, perceptions you more near the, you know. I think our platform, you know, help it shape some of those perceptions. Don't you? Big up yourself. Yeah, big up yourself.
Me that's it, David. Me that's it. David, and I be join you. I mean, yeah, the you ni mu Ghana pa na I don't know about Ujani Jai.
Hey, what be sabi? Anyway, say, Musa branded the sebuta fracture. Said the yeah, legend back up a match the day. I can't want any more. Or say, in seminar, Yamiasum, until you baby are now co baby. If you say, Crudo Swan and transfer Kunjan was here. So, until no, say, me answer a question, you know, make me answer based on my personal experience. The NTM me free Ghana, you know. Then, Mr. say, the DM, the man, you know, soil, no, and assassin, yes, so fertile for me enough, say, me pay, say, me free, Krunumu. So, without wanting to sound political, I think, say, politics has also got a certain part or role to play, you know, because me free Ghana, maybe do Germany, hey, no, so my experience here has system, no. Na maybe some every time be a question be some say basic then I answer your mind Ghana e betumi anya mpanifo ma adwemu da hosa etumi a shape systems na mind ama Ghana ye enabling o me ka say enabling a see then obi a say be otafa na ma ye TV so adwuma pen, you know, my you pastor Ghana for stress stand up comedy I can ho asem na obi Lexi Foster mo Jacinta mo Jenjina mo say be otafa it took some of us little sacrifices I make here and it me create our space in mind who stand up comedians we bring Ghana when it jam hu so no my TV so adwuma my radio so adwuma my acting kakra nti e ba na sen na e bedu baby no na afi Ghana kroni mo hyehye me so much say na was afi me pe baby no over me blame yeah but say you ta fraction ka o man no ye enabling ka environment ni enabling for creatives like me to flourish and can be a Cameroon person me free o man. But I do baby no me hu say no Charlie me so the way I mean my niece wadi hu no city no man pe baby am fa me hu am fa sa tools na was me nya you know ne sa impetus na was me nya na me tumi di hye madwuma mu ade yes me tumi akanya was me nya tumi di hye madwuma mu me artistry mu no me nya wahu se beta fa che me so me nya sa nkrofo na omo nim omo master political game na omo nim se de si hwa nkrofo to saki up to nkrofo no me nka se enye obi nso de no so wahu nti so no obi be ye na obi de but me nso se me no me nipa ban ne me suban ne kra me bituma yes abi nti ne nyina no became considerations me to me decided say okay I think say it's time for me to just, you know, look for some other place to go and plant my seeds where I feel say a much more matured structure, much more matured system to be able to flourish in. So I'm and no be my mindset. And no be my mindset after some time, no. Now I feel very sensitive to opportunities and surrounding me at the time. So I'm because me na me nyen na nka me person me to kwan na me was opportunity no. But now enya de bia me ni was be brave because me believe say Ghana me to me make you Ghana. And I said better fracture said that me started with Ghana now who show me how I start here and me contemporaries be now me I started very well. Until see then be no be a Macomb University I am a professional work I corporate work akra. You know 2009 Miss Ghana I mean I'm producing here 10 regions those times not Ghana 10 regions and they 16. So I have had a lot of experience. So I'm a artist and so come. By that time I'm a musician so but later on now me just starting music no be quite be brave mommy it been here to you know me decided okay fine let me just move and you know go and try to expand myself elsewhere so and you know I'm sure so questions
free Ghana call Germany how many years ni
free Ghana 2021 that's the year after corona
2021
I think say better to say me 4th year when I'm away May you know 4 years so
obi make say okay David dey say now you're okay with Ghana me say so be no more money more you close to you because ana sa brand we dey na oh you okay with Ghana nti then e buy o ka say o di mu waka bebre mom but ene wa be yenti o jeni kakra let's get to know your mom mu no I mean yenti o kakra growing up in Ghana okay about university near there corporate world yenti o kakra I mean unyini wa Ghana yenti o story
Yo Kofodia,
mhm
Eastern region. So and no say me the Ghana mra to me ma wo ho a. Say bi utafa chi obi to meet na baby more than 15 years or 16 years. Na so mfi krom ho onye kroma ni kra utimi run for MP. So na nye say bi utafa chi me a wo me to Kofodia. Ntimi me claim say me Kofodia boy. I'm panso Kofodia beto mu ne wo me. Me ko bi suku Kofodia Freeman JSS na me ko suku. Me ko from kindergarten na be JSS. That was 98. Na me ko Pop John. After BEC, me call Pop John, me visual arts, I was Pop John, Now, me time and I go Pop John, no, I was very lucky because I bumped into two of, the parliamentarians you have today in the presence of Kojo Pankroma and Dr. Titus Bayo. They were my SP. Titus was the SP, Kojo Pankroma was the assistant SP, So I really experienced them as student politicians way back at Pop John in 98, even before class, I mean, before me Pop John, me best called University of Ghana, Legon. Na me from Pop John na me hu the elements of arts no e o me hu so na me hu e o me hu na me nim say me no art na person me want to be a performer I want to be on stage I want to perform for the people what exactly I wasn't sure but after Pop John no say me call visual arts and visual arts no me sculpture kakra me modeling kakra carving kakra and te also be my experience okay fine arts no we visual arts, but I really want to go into the performing arts, not really like the visual, Until I started looking out for opportunities. Until the whole being so okay, Ghana, no, University of Ghana, it was School of Performing Arts. I training artists. So now I must be honest, so around this time, Ghana, there was a very popular series being in Things We Do for Love. Featuring GTA 9, Jackie Apia Mo, Majid Michelle Mo. When you who say then I mean, stress I have series thing from school days from Kofodia. And I mean, I was getting inspired in a way. And I mentioned them Inti after Pop John, no, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to go and do at the university level. Inti my message me almost a year before I started back to university. Inti me mates been now call school graduate, But from then, no, best single rally gone because I was okay. I want to be an artist, so performing arts. I applied and I came into Legon. Throughout my journey at the University of Ghana, and I became discovered as a comedian, right? Stars of the Future, Charterhouse. So over here at Chapa Nasem, this was like early 2000s, thereabouts, 203, 204, thereabouts, And from then on, me, I never looked back, because I wanted to be an artist, but then I have other skills too. So from Legon, me pursue radio kakra. Me Juma Vision FM Kofodia, be Juma Atlantis Radio, Accra, be Juma XFM, Herbert Mensa, Usu. In Tibibenya, also experience Accra later, me joining Media Westgates, Media Westgates and they produce in West Ghana. Before me joining Media Westgates, that particular year, now West Ghana was produced by Sparrow Productions, Shelley Fepo Manso. That was the year now, the owner of the pageant, which was Mr. Lai, Get Lai at the time, or J. franchise in the back. That was the time I'm joining the company. Until I had the experience of also working on a pageant, producing Miss Ghana Beauty pageant around all the regional capitals in Ghana. This is how I got my connections. And later, maybe free Media Westgates. Maybe take comedy more seriously. Maybe take comedy seriously, And me links now. Me to the comedy show called maybe to say Tamale 2 times. The comedy show best in call maybe to say Takrade. Best be called Cape Coast, and this was all happening at the time and then for comedians be in Ghana. So as a me, any of one trying to at the time, you never fight this narrative, Until no market no is easy. People like OB, Lexi, and then when I bet out to say comedians be in Ghana. People respect OB, people respect Lexi, people respect your Fosters, people respect your DKBs, people respect your Jacintas, and so on and so forth. And there are a lot of young chaps also in the game are doing very well for themselves. And I see very good potential as well. And you started with baby. I'm young so me story no if I also I helped in shaping that narrative. Am I a sign? So from then on no, and Benjamin verse at one. So the verse at so you can laugh a minute. Me and I hosted laugh a minute those days, and through and through no and no me benya breakdown kakra professional breakdown I would say. And also the boy man meet me discover
Breakdown
me.
here, there.
Oh, say professional breakdown. As human beings, the only nipa yejuma mistakes be bani ade ade. Ni nyina hu yesua ade. What you say? Nti bi o ha benya depression crowd ni ade, but ni nyina is to toughen you up. Nti no professionally no be feel say be certain mistakes be a. And name it here, I don't regret making those mistakes because a boy ma me identify me who ye. So and I'm some mistakes ni be sunya na me who say no. I feel quite me artistry shifted. Now I have passion to sing. And in this regard, no, Meda will be said Stone Boy because Nenyum Rangu Ameti those days, no, and then they inspire me, said, no, you can do this, Michelle recently was Hamburg about 3 weeks ago, make a channel, this is how my journey has been. And from then on, my starting music, and music crew, you reggae music crew, BB come at me, and then media immigrated a bit na Europe, and then go so media my dear crack. It is an
Wow.
this year. Yeah,
In
but
20,
can be from the beginning. Person me correct his impression. Very
okay.
important for me to correct that impression. We see, oh, David, so what you got? And so you're okay. I mean, for to so you're okay. Is that the right thing, or is that the truth, or was that the reality? So who said Mr. Frank? TV is what you man here.
Also, the way I start here TV, we start here be POT. We say, bebre adwene say we adwuma of TV, so we adwuma of radio, so we and so we dey comfortable, we dey those kind of.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
bebre
first so yeah, first so find educated public ne kakra. So ebi ene na nneɛma bi yɛ emu yɛ yi. Well, we would say, but name time no, on say industry no, enye industry and structures won't be brave. So enye industry and structures won't be brave. And nay cry no still we are struggling because if me I'm a reggae artist, there is no website I meet Martina up type me music. Number of times saying that my music yabo or radio stations to do saying or Ghana there's no website like that. No, if there's nothing like that for us as artists in 2025, how do you even check and pay us the right royalties? You see, and to be honest, I person make to be brave, but from then on, no, from comedy days, me acting, kakra, yeah, me the music, be can't start. Him said no, tell the Ghana party. If Sadi person taking it serious, it does say be a war connect, be war, matured markets, oh baby, for be almost socket too. And yes, our party was one cast and me two and amount me two one cast one amount. So, until me who said no. The way I Ghana situation in the system is here no me as a person. Me I can't me to me me person may sound this some way, but it be do baby no me say Charlie Ghana should buy our national psyche, and so no a bit some way kakra. Oh, it be do baby no Ghana. So when you're hypocrite, I want to be cram 15 to certain circles. Baby baby say we are not sucking up to people like if say to me isolate him, sir. Well, these were all my challenges, And I mean, so many uncle for now. I don't bow easily. I didn't come to bow. I came to conquer. You know what I mean? The enemies are not difficult for us to fit into things. Na se chia ne say we you be wa bontin now to say me. I remember being from my own feel say we ye arrogant and now who here now. Wouldn't the entire waha. If especially if you have found your purpose, stick to your guns and carve your own path. So it's maybe share system na emu difficult na be too much. Which meaning for going into business deals expecting say be on best support in a way. Look at all this talent and all the people will just ghost you for like a year. What's any proposals near their deal? Minim sena political atmosphere no so kan to say na fe baby I tire be ma na enye simple sa. Utimi koye adwuma ma obi as an artist, ubetuma koye adwuma ma obi. Be ye 2 years kwa na wonya o paycheck ye. We say a lot of our artists were Ghana. Omo kwa later on afi ye hu omo TV so radio so na omo patch obi am yare ma high me ya ma miskan koye operation. Ade nti na was e banasa. Structures na ewo system no and dimboa artists na ewo Ghana. So kakra bi na omotumi afanye om way na se beta fache wo hu om na we feel say adwuma we dey we bia business ka enye automatic sa because there are no structures protecting our creatives and protecting our creative friends say enterprises. So no, me feel say
Nti wohwɛ from wo story a wo start yɛ baabi a wokɔwurawura nnwuma a woyɛɛyɛ nyama wo start yɛ asen ntimi and pay off bi ama wo ɛwɔ Ghana.
there be say
Enya
pay off.
biribiara.
I wouldn't condemn everything I did. The point is, when I was working at Vasa, for example, I was well paid. What you say? I had some ambassadorial deals with Castle Milk Stouts, and it wasn't a bad deal, right? And thanks to that, I was able to start my little village hut. My corner baby. What you say? Me kusa me ya me just say futuristically in the hobby baby me live rehearsal studios near the day. So but and I make it do baby no. I say times change. Ebia na wo ye adwuma bi. Vasa adwuma me for example, it was contractual. I was contracted to do 2 seasons of that production. Until then, I go for me bisa me say, tell now my own comedy show in maybe. It was not my comedy show. I was just on as a host. But sad details when you meet me can't show. Oh, show abontia. Oh, show na one kasa why what formulate impressions. Oh, say net so ente sada. Minim say na say beautiful or top radio presenters are nim no. Minim ahia ye tua Ghana. Almost salary you're saying. I dare say minim say be a movie up to 5,000 Ghana cedis per month. I don't know. So but me kakra me fair more Ghana na my drink me say maybe cry need do sa. Nti we obi sa na tem bia ye tie ye hwe TV so ye hwe radio so ye tie radio so na say kwade stream ni ade. Glamorous. It looks very glamorous, but wo se kuku ni ma hu say ntisa kra. So nti no ebia akoye show business nti no nkofo bi ntumi nkamu no crunch raw because they need to keep up appearances near the day. But me real so nti me hu say sad na mboa me no. So if I want to be here and keep maintaining being here, I have to keep up appearances. No, it wasn't something I could do. So I couldn't afford that kind of lifestyle. Until me then say I say me trim nanti sad dream no beto me chimuno and the man who possible in the first place started looking around for opportunities I made the film because na make no right from university days now that's how opportunities here there were student exchange programs here there I could have but not me interested maybe a nationalistic power maybe I believe in Ghana but in Crofobinum some member be uncle binum na Ghana but I hope say well maybe I knew but I can't even guarantee if we can speak honestly about these things nobody will come on TV pretending to you that they got it when in actual fact they don't got it these were jobs that it couldn't sustain me anymore. It couldn't sustain me anymore. My lifestyle, say, Mimpo, Sabuta me a very simple guy, but I still couldn't fit in, Until personal. So, I'm person my project is adding up to be succeed and let also film baby. So, who do baby now who is saying, Yama now pursue free more. And maybe anywhere is still who can say, look for all legitimate ways out of media free. So I won't advise you to become an illegal immigrant because we buy here, a house system is different.
Moving to through music and I feel the music in the pavy ways and our kind and our film called Germany. But a show be
Oh, say a professional life and yet just one show. Well,
okay.
This is why I practice my trade. Hana me beti even Sebiota Fache music publishing near the Kuma have been exposing me to all these things near the in the background. What you say that after say we release on your audio to streaming platforms, revenue I now from the streams. No say no quite just 50% of the revenue. There's the other half. Now the other half nobody you need the information and the education to do all that. Ghana now be out. Nobody was, but do hey, system the way it's the way it's structured, and I open up to all this information and then change. So I'm an actor. Since I've been here, I've been working with Mind State Theatre, and I get productions from there.
Yeah, back to that. Yentie Ufri Ghana copy or Germany 2021.
Yeah.
Yentie story from there.
Well, sir, me who send me back see enough. I was send me share on my castle. So I'm say Chrome 100 day. My experience, a chair me say. obroni or no legitimacy. So we a legitimate person. There's no way obroni be refuse to visa say. I mean, because obi business ko fa we bra ko fa we bra ko fa we bra. Oba ko fa ni na so ba pepe. Oba so me experience was so like very it was very simple. I thought like to when I go for all night go bomb you know, yeah, chanty be near there no. Because somewhere else I didn't half the time maybe or some fake marriage be and some fake something be near there. Until when yanko na also was some no crown as a woman in dimpo. So what the wow cause a mini maba. Not a woman so yanko bit maybe a crime based on who you are. Not just a woman pay now on crime and because ye koko ko kwan a opesa ofa so back room ha no kwa na nya kwan papa so enso so kwa so dem ko bon price na ko pon bi kwan ma anyway what the enfant no to nya no me case me case was very simple, you know, and very eye opening. It taught me essentially if you want to emigrate you better be legitimate, you know. Nti no one you do ha na mesua kasa na kakra I go school o mo kasa na levels nti me fan some wo A1 o mo A2 o mo B1 o mo B2 and o mo I think it's C1 ni na levels so me buy my year church of no exams. I'm a certificate now go be say me B2 German speaker. So mo won't take German ka bet say me no di hon anyway, so it's like you need that to be able to function in the system, you know. And so now we are not my come school or Ghana me feel so maybe school. This is my profession. This is what I do. But do chrome hand can never send the side then. That lasted about 2.5 years. So
Wow.
and when you know I was say you know you have to fit into the system, you need to work, you know, and just a Ghana I with all my credentials and I would say talent not to even get a decent job that will sustain you, give you like a very good monthly payment input to sustain you for like a year or two no Kroma Sebi utafache omwa min can end disrespect you bia but sebi utafache ompo nenne mu asylum seekers nya dia omu fem ye you know those type of things no kra no e bi sisi dan akese wo Ghana e hwe omabusu for school nya dia what you say this is the reality but o kan na bia Ghana for no be feel say bia obi ti ha o create a certain impression. Look at the system sebi utafache obi na djuma o ya ne say you know or bet say bia 3 or 4 different places are o cleaning and no one will live out of or any fancy job here. But this person is able to take care of his household at home in Ghana, take care of his kids at home in Ghana. And so maybe no be bit Ghana or no yeah Juma fancy bino or 1,000 Ghana crowd ya man baby to for the weekend to go to school can not a problem. And so not to make cancel. One menka say ubi an experience. So ubi an experience. But Miss Mebahan was hardly many baby okay. It's not that bad. What you must say, it's not that bad if you are in, because it gives you the wherewithal to be able to do your projects at home and all of that. It won't happen overnight, but if you are hardworking and you keep showing up, and you'll be having a personal experience. So made them feel say and more being discouraged.
Before we call Germany, or it's like now our family be or our friends be or
and
be
only
so
as
starting in there, and yes, I'll call no school starting in there problem no.
and only as
Say only mo be or na say the so mu because normally no confirm no medi nkomo no es dodo na aka say the obakọ so no ho no na asem no direction be ma enu so determine nti starting na Germany be say hu sa experience answer na be start school ni ade.
Yeah, say a honor you see bibi a obitimi achiri mu no. Everything you can explain is not God. Obitimi achiri say me ye say me can we bo we mu me fa ha and am di we share ha and am nya we ya. That is you. But the moment you can say no child I don't even know how it happened no. A honor na nyankopon tumi ne yeden e ye adwuma no. Because me betimi explain me wa ha na nyankopon yeden oni ho no. Because nyese bia ha bamba me busu ani bi ncha na bibi me busu ani bi ani abuchi what must say but enam anwum to ya so ena me fan back ho just say ye chat casually over Facebook, right? Enam anwum to ya so anwum to ya say beta fache me fan say Ghana cry and blue bibreza ibi cry disrespecting me here they say no for a failure and a fine kusi you know me life story so adi ya wo ti Ghana ho na respect no never heading random person who me works me release a number could be near for nyame wo. I think say at this time point meet my directive fans to just look for it everywhere. Shazam it nyame wo David Oscar Dogbe. Sanyum way and they connecting me to somebody, a random person who was just a fan of the music, and that's how I got to this place.
Wow.
Yeah. Saa same way uchi mu saying. Inti no me come asem say challenge Nyankopɔn wɔ hɔ a nyame wɔ mu a ɛnyɛ sɛ bia me ne sɛ me kɔtena sorry demo ana bibia no wɔ hɔ, but you know I also have a story to tell. Well, and this story is based on consciousness because and yes, I may be responding to my conscious self say no, Charlie, take this path. And come in do high, come in niha. So I said no. And I may be looking says I do so you're very possible. Be a UTA and you're very possible that. And doesn't mean say was a time be only be putting what Ubush and Kabit have bed, your Hokan few when I was bending. They won't conform Bush and Fugu Bibria. They are not minding their people at home. I'm a me organ, I'm a test answer. Certainly, no of our few be our background because one tax our stories in you. And so, I see a believing Yankopon. So, how is God influencing your life? At the end of Yankopon, what is that tangible thing God has done in your life? Ubit Majina Swakachu is ahead. This thing is real. Maybe the no. But say better fetch my red go green to Yanko for then almost disregard this ad in the first year. Yet, name, shushu, now you're quite now what I say. Now, people have a very bad perception about
Wow.
platform, you know, a very good platform, a bois shape perceptions. No, Rasta and so story new. Yeah. That story we and Jesus Christ and I mean that story. Minim nipa kro. That story we and then Yankopon trade yampon and that minim baby crave free. What must say? Yeah, so that's it.
Wow. Wow.
Now, the bedu and my honey say it's very important to just emigrate legally because some problems to bring now half of it stems from being an irregular immigrant in the system. So, say better fache me buy am a legal person. I'm me woman. Me school am a call me apply to a minor actually me wa how na can which my na my course because my head but they can never wear the mean to me. I the try. So I the try. Me ba my a couple of jobs. You know, my restaurant Juma very nice. I also work kasana because I'm in daily contact with people. What you must say. Na me here ho Juma kakra ko another restaurant. Ni na mines I here baby me busy. Fee ho my post Juma. You know, working in the post. The most system I know places, you know, because I was always driving to places and working, you know. Maybe Lucy my job, and yes, maybe Lucy, but my contract was not renewed for almost about 3 or 4 months. But yet it's a period, no, because I am captured in the system, no. I buy an ankasa for me, me for that whole period, me salary and I me about 60% of it for the whole period, and then I met me there every month. When we being country say na abro chain nenye ne fa or for desert soon the buy and experience ye bad or no na sem na catch wo and no nkyerɛ sɛ wo nso no ebia na wo experience be the same way. Look for the most legitimate way possible.
I
And
like the fact that we touch it on as someone who can see no.
yeah,
And I make one has say akwantuo no. Utu kwan a usua de ebie weni.
yeah,
Ɛna obi nso nka nkyɛw sɛ akwantuo no nyɛ. Ba kwan a wobɛfa so de akɔ no because yɛn nkurɔfoɔ no bi no ɔte sɛ ntu kwan no.
no sir.
Nenam beebiara so tu kwan no krataa bi ani hɔ. Means
So
information bi ani hɔ. Ne yɛ tu kwan ne yɛ brɛ na yɛ nenam beebi ne adeɛ illegal ne yɛ some way.
say wo busuani bi wa ha ono be boa wo ebi ono wo ha or settled. Our bit or willing to help you is the best. If you are the school, never over school, you know, and I say, yeah, why lucky, where she'll be now all free her, and it's another way, you know. But apart from that, you know, me chow saying for the door now, what say be your moon, some home, warm bush for near there. If you're no man, can or normal situation require very bad in that sense. No, no, shouldn't need stay paper behind. But what take on now who so I feel so I could if you could Europe and on fear and I be. Akwantu mu nsɛm bebree but nyame kan no me kama omo a dreamy positive say yes have negative stories thing na wo ho but say wutumi nso well me fa na say me de no so na afia desua because say better fact obi a mako suku a ma adwuma bi a metumi sua ade hu de I think say me nso me path no I was willing to learn. I mean kasa I meant that na I was me sua no from scratch to say baby can the yes from scratch there. I think you need a certain level of mental fortitude and willingness and that sacrifice. Because that period, you know, I say better fache. Let me share me demo. Let me share my deal. Parties cost me a deal, but I will have to avoid all those things and just be home and learn. Wahu, Nina, no,
Ghana for no minimum why to kwanya. Ye hu sad and say very important.
yeah, what was I didn't know?
Crowd costing your mukasa very important key. And then
Very
number one,
true.
because so your mukasa na pa out me sua kasana. Obeko weni. But do you say pressure from home, you being feel say a pesica and say family, I say, anti yeah, you fear, you doing your fear, inti kasa, you need time, you pay human 10 time, they are sending scab fear convert it. Until any time, sir, you don't grind to system no ma, you bet, yes, I be crab bass, we are saying, Yomokasa.
Yeah. Asamna no wakano. Asamna no wakano. So, but, and I make omo beye willing say na tio nkato bo asenya sa patience no na fa ye ni say ye ni yi obi a me be free Ghana na me makọ school esua German for up to matro home exams e wo go at the institute up to A2 level A2 before class and be free Ghana no I me dwen ho nti me be do han de na say de me
I
ma
say, what
prepare what I say I was ready ma prepare I quite say
adequate preparation is way
thank
better
you
than
very much. Yes, yeah, highlight our points. Microphone, nipa ni who say, possible, but unya ready for yourself to have the patience for yourself to learn and prepare. Be na obi to me guarantee say kwan be smooth amount. But think out me ye ni say, enya ho go tray ni say ya. Hey, obi say we are no. It's like you can function everywhere. You can function as a human, you can function everywhere. You don't need to restrict yourself and be limited to only one place. You can function everywhere.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
Well, but half of the time, it takes a lot of mental fortitude, preparation, dedication. I said, we go to our exams, our person will results. So I experienced, and it wasn't a very pleasant experience for a lot of people. Going to school, going through exam stress, and it wasn't obvious hana na person of a face BBS and to talk less of say we na kasa so the kasa na English no can buy see ye colonized by British and Ghana ye can English no say be uta fache Ghana hono nipa do sen pa na kan English ni yi nipa do sen pa na kan English kan academic English ni yi mo say but then be as you English speaking country but population no percentage can craving the real quality proper corporate English I think the same way na fe obesu obi foforo kasa kra wonim nti no ne nyina ye ha
Your English near kind of cry UK for no Omuka crying.
ye nti
You can't be crying. You call fresh. I just uko Sale
true
Ihado.
true
Uko trust system no money. Utia no mudi komobia because we didn't uko crowd bluff now uka Ghana uka common too.
true
When we
true
sound said and then the bluff the train was school.
so aha so but
Eh,
me ba ha yin so me tika sa ne kakra you know the kind of opportunities the kind of doors the places I'm ever run just because I'm able to express myself in the language me not professor though but at least communication level just to do your daytime work and go around hey abo me papa nti me dey honestly say dey no mean to me bone din bone akwantu mean to me bo akwantu din bone wo mean to me belittle saa deɛ no sɛ mo tete hɔ na mo yɛ sei ebi wɔ hɔ saa ɛwɛ no korɛ saa but me nso mekyerɛ kwan a me nso mefa so me deɛ ni me deɛ no I was dedicated to do this nti na meyɛ no saa ɛnyɛ ne saa anka sɛ bi ɔtafa kyɛ wɔ platform kakraka nkɛnyɛ sɛ bi a wafrɛ me a me na wɔte so a yɛdi nkɔmmɔ yi nti no I think sɛ
Wow.
bibi wɔ hɔ nom a ɔmo yɛ tie no ɛbɛfa free conversation yi mu a mepɛ sɛ ɔmo highlight saa legal aspect of migrating no mepɛ sɛ ɔmo highlight saa de ne yie sɛ wotumi nya
Wow.
saa ayɛ sɛ wotenam road so na wo drivers license kora no ɛyɛ fake anaa ɛnyɛ papa tem biara waso ayɛ hye police ne twam na ɔmfa wo ho koraa because you are guarded But when they must now say people say crowd and driving here, the BIA genuine could bribe and go. Oh. Yes, President support crowd will the problem because we know what you are holding is legit. So to me, my person focus more on the legitimacy, no, rather than the negative aspect of it. Saying I'm a kofa there's a twist na connection man be and see. If you have to be BIA possible, be BIA possible.
What's them 4 years? What's your life? She say, work with him as the okay is a good 4 years. I was telling me.
Bruh, now upa. If you remember, catch in Ghana in all the honesty, how glamorous certain jobs we were doing seemed to certain people. But me admitted Charles said no, it wasn't always the reality. What I say? Nami wahe, ni said the menya your friend is saying the space to be able to keep pursuing my music and keep pushing my music. Oh, bruh. And Mr. Mefa Kwenye, so I directed our fans, no, and our audience, no, to me YouTube channel, David Oscar Dogbe. Odia Fife. Ubon se mikra guitars are maybe. I have a lot of works there. Everyone said, yeah, I think I have more work to do in the area of promotions because products no. Many will say I have a project with a free Wuta. I have a project with Shashamale. I have a project with Episode. These are all great Ghanaian musicians. But say you tafache, mini payoka kra meti media film na say abe blue ntino. Wote hon ma wadwi no say bia menye afie. But my adwuma gu pa. So ahu. Ntino ning na so fan say being
Back to music, no ba.
okay.
Yeah, na yenche lifestyle or aside we mu nyina no yeah na mini bi mu kasa bi so mo ka about system na nkasa ne the kind of loneliness and the kind of be most stressful and depression na system no yeah some way and also
Okay, and also no me just say e obi an experience. Me mane nya oda say obi asem o ka it equates to obi experience. Into the polls, we try obi a friend polls because you see a poll here. We say there's a certain percentage of the people of experience in here. It been some experience in here, it been so in here. Into na obi an experience. Me personally, me way no me obi I thrive in solitude. Well, me you be a me pe brain is animal. To me, okay. I have friends that I visit, you know. I've got family that I've made here, you know. And to know, I mean, I'm able to go wherever I want. If I want to go eat in a fancy restaurant or whatever, I mean, I work in the theater. I'm always having daily contact with people, you know. I work in a school. I'm starting a new work in a school after Easter breaky. So where I'm going to be helping children and all that. And you know, me want to say, me no, that is not my experience. Say me lonely, because me person me lonely. I don't even want to have any interaction because I just want. And I don't forget me on to ni. Tell me me chonyum. Na me rehearse, na me practice, na me record it any other. We want me small studio setup for him BBA. And you know, being alone or solitude, no, maybe in my case, no, a very very powerful tool for me because that's when I get to do all my things as an artist. So that's where I get to do all my learnings and researches and everything. Until no mean to me and confirm me or more experience, no, lonely.
what was that one who make you statement in nya no usua omokasa no so
Yeah, yeah.
networking is very important but also
Good.
yen crop here per se ebi mu wo ha na be bia me bia Ghana for nko awo Ghana for nko awo nti ono de ne Ghana for ko edwuma na waba ko edwuma se be hia yehia wo afro chop ana yehia wo bia eye bi party bi among yen na maybe say about networking, even with the foreigners. We see a kasa any idea, making networking is very important, Anna.
Very
So
important. Very important because even in the area of work, just for the fact that you know I have friends, I have links with people, I'm connected to people. Look, that sometimes idea of some small information view. The next person that who so will come don't know what's information, but we need to know you're not networking, you know. Even where to go to, which website to go to, how to search for jobs, how to formulate applications. I get all these things from my network of people, my network of friends and family here. What must say? Internet is very, very crucial. I can't help you enough to stress that point. So once again, I know your lifestyle, I it's a fast food lifestyle. If you be sure. Into sa abotre na wo se wo benya na wo besua kasa bi ana wo de be pursue bibi no enye dodo na bebre na ntumi master as ade ne enti se bo sa immaturity no not their BP Europe into bo say afi availing himself or herself to get this thing done, which is also very, very important, you know. Now be a problem because me find say Ghana for do na so more because over has a circle of friends are all hanging out with me now Ghana for we will end up becoming like them. Let's face it, you know in for the city. If say network of people no be sorry now be now in Ghana for kwa share any kasa no that. It was say you have to deliberately do it. I was say you know it be quite new nature no but so person was survival was our system now the feeling now now I was say you have to be willing to do some things that you haven't done before, like learning the language, sitting your ass down, not always turning up for events or parties, whatever. Because if you do that and you have exams the next morning, you won't you won't pass. Because that's not to begin with. And to be honest, I should be very honest. Ghana for the one now, measure one, with the exception of one or two, you know. I'm say be brina quite to say, men patron can't end disrespect you, but a reality America. Be brina quite to say, for a be a member of Ghana, no one should down kusuku be brain do actually, you know. And I'm immigrate here, it be a family who are not be so. Into both a Ghana for the one, no American, except for a few be a minimum, you know, who are also like on my level, doing well and everything. The donor quite say beautiful fact, young fan of blonde, in classic form of go be brain at some life in Aquas, I crass mentality no be free Ghana. It be do Krumhano. Almost a sign, almost the same mentality now, and they expect things to work for them with that mentality. It won't. So it won't. Me nam where me no kasa say better fache. Nye say bia camera so na ye kasa na me share me crofo na ye kakron ha kasa na we are just talking about living. You would see say you would see me in a very different light. I should tell you. So but e bia no do time better for it. To see the yen come for ni yedi. And even Kroma Hakra no omo free Kroma ha me nyo manya interaction. Everybody that I start talking to me nyo mo start say me be man say me kasa mo say Obeka of German. No. How long have you been here in Germany? Now it's you. I've been here 3 years. I say, wow, you can't like you speak very good Deutsch. This as well, you know, here. I've had this experience over 10 times. So, but the new experience I need me also phone out to me so I can't be at hey, see what I just experienced. No, this is my private life. Internet very important. So person emigrate to baby. Say UK or English and America or English. Was I will try now we'll make it an effort to sell Bishia Hokasa Nakakra. So and apart from social connection, there are different apps and softwares. Say Kasana episode you can download on your phone and your phone and your TikTok also even TikTok there are channels for church different languages. So also more in that now we patient with yourself now and Namobia episode the right way. It pays. That's what I want to say. Because you're so used to we are used to always getting it fast in your far Ghana. No be a could bribe, no a no fetch guru boys near the lifestyle. Used to getting it quick. To be or no obsession system set in such a way as a master. Unless you cross this level, no because I know I won't think no feel it like a sense of belonging now. Yet then you can't skip that level. I had ukrumo. The choice is yours. If you always want to remain like I saw them, no social connection. But I know your experience. But the can't ma obi who say no your experience. Just say sana TM obia. Let me do I look lonely or anything. If I want to be lonely, deliberate. I want to be home and do my things. But if not, I've got things to do, you know. And the language is making me feel like a king here. I should be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the fact of the language. Kasani, they are very important. So I think say they know. Say, and your first time I kasa de with mitaka, me de
Yeah.
muso kasa omoka.
Yeah.
Kasa ne de. So to kwa kura uko no omokasa no usua eboa. Eno
Correct.
no uni nyama kra na o hia na emi patrol po na mo kan say omo ye we hia na we na onyo mu furo krampo na
Yeah.
sakasa na onyo mu furo no mpo na onyo
Yeah.
eno kra no ye plus.
True.
How
True.
they want to say how say English? You
Very
know,
true.
what about
Me my train I could do baby pen. Not the only available person make me bisa no direction no police ni now. Now kasa no ti abel si police ni ayi akọ kasa bisa say patrol me ko ha me app no chem say me fa we But and to say no, not to the boy say explain natural. It's very important if you want to emigrate to any country that doesn't have English as the official language. We pray that you are able to emigrate legally, but always make an effort to learn the language if you have to pursue this path. Learn the language, very key. You know.
David yembra onyum so e see how so
No,
nyum ben yentie o se den na o de aba see aden na
oh,
onyum ben na o ye reggae
me a
ana
reggae, me a reggae
o ye
music, yes.
afrobeat ana o ye dancehall ana o ye high life ana o ye den o ye
Me,
gospel o ye den
me a reggae music. Yeah,
reggae.
reggae music. Yes, reggae is my inspiration. You know, I
Mm,
have some
mm.
other world songs, one or two dancehall tracks, but my main inspiration is reggae music. So, you know, and I make earlier. No, I've done works with some of your favorite Ghanaian artists, but it's still traveling in the system on the web. But I still feel like it needs more highlights. For example, one of my main songs I made released a couple of years, about 8 years ago. I'm in Ghana. This was with a free Wuta. Get there one day. It's been one of my biggest songs till date. I have a track with Shashamali, our very own reggae legend, Shashamali. It's called We Are the Light. I have a song with the episode that was produced by the late Soundboy. Never Give Up. Now, YouTube, or better still, Spotify, Apple. Baby, streaming songs. The other family didn't shame David Oscar Dobe. Apart from that, I have several other tracks, several other records. I have a full album actually. It's called Cosmical Vibrations album. And so we are willing to search for it. I just Google Cosmical Vibrations album. And now I say, oh dear, just to be able to put all this information together. No. My website, my fans with me visit my website. And dear, BBA me din kroya davidoscardogbe.com. That's all. Now, search on me and just check me out. Look into me and see what I've been up to.
Eya omo a Ghanaians omo outside omo to nyum ni ade no omo face many bi makasa omo face challenges in terms of abia promoting music back home.
Yeah.
Uni Ghana, yes, uni Ghana. Yes, onyum promoting no release cry and shed until who faces anyama we be.
Oh, and there we are artists that we are based abroad in Kwa, you would have that difficulty. Because and
Mm.
even papi organ as here and as a year you show now what turn it up you're not immediately available. So and nothing in me personal case, I've always tried since I'm a Bahano. Every year be I may call back to Ghana. Now my offer concert you know. And also soon now on my YouTube channel, Reggae Sport Music Festival, I've done 4 editions of it. Me buy me be 2 years na me my but since last 2 years me here back Habela restaurant Kofodia and the last year so here back Grants Pub opposite Kofodia Paulino. Ni na videos ni na on me YouTube, and then songs I perform here some
Yeah, as yeah, business and because who on say obey juma who can we juma oh yeah nyom to who yeah two ni saying
and
problem
say where there's a will there's a way. And yes I'm kind of
mm.
eh where there's a will there's a way. Me music need a lifetime journey. Idea me yet to say nyankofo be frame. So until say say this is what I want to spend my life doing. Finding a way to do it won't be the problem at all. That's why I'm able to live like this, combine whatever I'm doing privately with my music, if you know what I mean. Because I idea my term said we na me person me. Into music, they my main occupation, I should say. Well, and yes, I'm coming, I'm be brave, but since I'm a start here, just to be able to keep in touch with my fans, our Ghanaians, I feel be I'm a trust maybe fee, now my baby big cry just to show them, hey, I came home, I did this thing for you guys, and I hope that it can continue like that. But of course, we'll be Pepe say if you're on David Oscar, don't be collaborating on the show, so an event, so or Kofodia, and anywhere. I'm very open minded to discuss that and to talk about that. So.
Into who under any record label and I say
Yeah, I'm
oh
under my own record label. It's called Corporate Media Promotions, CMP. Yeah,
oh,
it's
okay.
everywhere. Just search for it, CMP Global on Twitter. This is my personal record company. My songs are made here, and my productions are made here. This is the umbrella under which I operate. Until call me, online registrations. Maybe I have to register as a music artist, as a performer, as a publisher. This is the umbrella under which I work. But again, I'm very open-minded. I want to say record business now. It's a numbers game. So ebi a was our level way, but we will capacity now which page will work on the next level in terms of numbers. Then a business we can discuss, we can talk. and find the common grounds. And then, so if there's an opportunity like that to sign for a bigger record label where I can be able to expand the reach and scope of my music, I am very, very open-minded. So, but for now, no, because me and me, I have to be able to, put it under my own umbrella. So that's how it is for me.
What plans for ABA featuring Obi and say even Ghana artists maybe also with the Jamaican international artists maybe a Jamaican artists maybe near there.
Well, those things, no, they come with time. I would say they happen with time. And yet, me, I don't really desire anything per se. I just want to have the strength and the peace of mind to keep writing my music and to be able to share my inspiration. If in the process of doing that, I get connected to somebody like the way I share Stoneboy about 3 weeks ago. We spoke, we have things we've spoken about, and Obits the Stoneboy say I would love to have Stoneboy on my record. So, and I'm working on it. I believe that say nyame pese a bit messy. So, but the akaka will be before say bonus. If it happens, it happens. But no nyame this wadi hunu potin. Me this wadi hunu say this is what I want to do, and I'm able to do it for myself, and I'm happy with that. I'm content with that. So I'm see people be feel baby beka ho a e be fa say nyame nhira e na toguso nti ne be fa say but
Germany or no nyom no but me both ni bi or
we buy
actually
my bought a couple of small events around. So yeah, a couple of small events around. June 8th, me one another event baby for but the kind. And you see outdoor events. Anyway, I have some of it on my YouTube. My YouTube, they have content there. But say, just to look into me and check out what I've done over the past few years. So, yeah, I'm still getting those experiences now. But that hasn't stopped me from always trying to come back home to Ghana and offer something small for the community. Which is what I've been doing with Reggae Sport. In terms of playing live and playing with my band too, I have a team that I've assembled in Ghana every year. Yeah, we try to offer this thing. So, and also, we were content on YouTube, may inviting for someone checking it out now.
okay, sisi an then now promote nyum ben promo sisi a.
Me that's where we say. And they date you're saying, and they 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, which is Wednesday. Yeah, my birthday, 16th April. Now, send that no. My birthday, me release new single. Until I have a new single, it's called Thank You, Ja. I mean, show inspiration at this annual me by Michelle Stoneboy recently, Stoneboy will be me admire the power from a distance and had never imagined say Michelle like personal close range, and it happened. So until feeling as became my story, and I've tried to capture it in this record called Thank You, Ja. It will be out on 16th April. Until baby, I will be just look out for it. Watch out for it. You can check out my YouTube for it, or just Google my name, David Oscar Dogbe, and I say, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or better still, follow my Spotify. I'm everywhere. Ufa o internet now the medin shame my baby. I was said baby triba. Until look out for Thank You, Ja. About out 16th April, yeah, which is Wednesday. Yeah.
David, may I also pass it through SVTV Africa, so also I bet your experience. More person, more shout out, yes, sign out. May I also buy.
Hey, shout outs there because baby I don't know, like my fans are about things. Well, and I me post a video kitchen of a TikTok. No, some who say, hey, my fans name who video nipa. Bibi some say, hey, now I question him fan. Bibi say, hey, we who watch it, we have missed you near there. My fans are all Ghana, abroad. Maybe I'm more David Oscar Dogboy. I'm after me. I've just been somewhere on God's earth making some music for you. So look for me wherever you can, wherever streamable or searchable, and connect with my music. But you can also reach out to me on my socials, maybe Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn. So I'm shout out to the fans, the fans. So yeah, keep supporting the Oscar music.
David, may I also pass it through SVTV Africa, so I.
That's
Nice.
for this opportunity. And like I said earlier before we started, you are doing a very great job. Keep it up, and may the Lord keep expanding you and expanding you to greater audiences.
May I say, David, amen. May I say, David Ambutie straight from Germany on Daily Hustle. So I'm with you now. I also have a share the experience from Ghana to Germany. Which me could see in you be or born handles near there, which me follow no. I made an answer so be share. I hope say discussion I have here be brain on and be adwin. Ebi afa bi wa on ne nya adwin. Me so ebi afa bi wa on be adwin, fa bi wa on me nya adwin. Debi am kasa ade. Usu betimi a kire wa adwin ni atem didi. Esua de wa ha. The officer be boa wo no. Na wa fa. The officer mboa wo no. Esua de wa. Madam asese mo hwe fam DJ nya me madam production team ase. Subscribe to your channel, follow and share videos no for more. Share me ukruma kase tour.
Hi there, my name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Oh, do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of TapTapSend. People, TapTapSend is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana. If you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download TapTapSend on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on TapTapSend.
TapTapSend. Send more, spend less.
Young penny for baby say, if you are seeing her, obi ni ma, obi che. Why na chill? Say we pay IT, we de wonye, say we pay support. Slam Technology say your number one partner. Your office will US in your office will Ghana so your numbers ni kuhono. Say we share IT classes, we have career coaching, we have support for business cyber security. Free na your partner. Yaba see wow. Slam Technologies, transformation with excellence. Free is baby biara me